Hi, and welcome to this video where I would like to talk a bit about how I went from 0 listings to over 500 listings in just a little over 30 days. So as everyone else starting out, I just started posting things that I had in my house that I didn't use anymore. But very quickly I started going to thrift stores and flea markets, buying items to post online. First off, how many listings do I have right now? And if I take a look at my Vinted account, I have 472 listings right now. I just deleted a bunch of stuff, like 20 or 30 articles, because it was free stuff that I found, mainly clothes. But they didn't get any interest in the 2-3 weeks I got it listed, and it wasn't in the best condition, so I just wanted to get rid of it, throwing it away, making more space in my storage unit. I picked up a lot of clothes in the beginning, some good stuff, some bad stuff, and as I'm going here, I just want to get rid of the bad stuff. And I keep learning that if people are going to spend, even if it's just a few bucks, they're still going to pay for the shipping, and that's $3, $4, $5, $6. And why pay that for an item that's been picked up by me for free in a recycling center, that's not in the best condition, when you can buy an item that's like still with the price tag on and such for the same amount. So yeah, I'm learning as I go, but I did that this morning. I got rid of it. I actually donated it back to the recycling center, so maybe other people can use it and take advantage of the free items. Also this morning I finally sold my small collection of James Bond VHS tapes. I picked them up for around $6. It's 16 of the movies. I'll show you. Actually, I can show you now if you want. So it's these VHS tapes that I think I sold them to a guy who has been very interested in them, because he wanted to buy them for a friend of his. The guy that bought them are from Poland, but he wanted to ship it to the United States, and I didn't have that option on Vinted, so I couldn't really help him. But when I lowered the price this morning, last evening, I lowered the price again on the listing, because again, they fill up and I just want them gone, with a profit. But if I didn't make hundreds of dollars on them, it was okay, because I had them for a few weeks now, so they just take up space. I lowered the price, and on Vinted, when you lower the price on items, if a person have pressed like on that item, they will get a notification when the price is lowered. So I think I halved the price on it last evening, and when I got up this morning, the guy who have been interested in the tapes for a few weeks now, but didn't buy them because he couldn't figure out the shipping option to the US, he had bought them, and he wrote a message to me saying that he found a solution, and hopefully I will make the packaging of the tapes very good, so they can, because it is a gift for another person, and he wanted it to be in as good condition as possible, which I understand. So I will use this morning. I don't have a car. My wife got the car for work, so I can go, sourcing new items. I have to do things at home, and it's perfect for me to use 10-20 minutes making sure that these tapes are packed correctly and ready for shipping. But yeah, I deleted dozens of items this morning, but I'm still at 472 listings on Vinted, and it's over 400 items that I didn't have a month ago. So I would like to talk a little bit about how I got from 0 to more than 500 listings in a short span of time. They're not all very good items, I'm aware of that. Some are free items I picked up, and I will give them a few weeks to sell, and if they don't, I will get rid of them again. But some of them are making, $5, $10, $20 in profit, and I take it every day, especially in the beginning when I'm building up on my account and make as much listings as I can. So where do I get the items? I get the items from mainly flea market stores. It's like big warehouses with where people can rent a space, a booth, and it's all managed by the shop, so they don't have to be there in person to sell their stuff. They just price tag it, put it there on the shelf, and I can come in and pick it up like it was a normal flea market. Sometimes the booths are there's a what's it called? I can't even remember the English word. Yeah, there's a discount on the whole shelf. It's either 25, 50, or 75%. And usually when I get in these stores, I scan for the 75% shelves first, because why not? And I can usually find some pretty good items on the 75 or 50% discount shelves. You can be lucky to find good items on the regular shelves with no discounts on, but why pay full price for something when you can get it half or 75% off? And people there who are buying the booths and selling items there, often they just want, they are paying for renting a space there, and they're paying extra cost for extra price tags and alarms and everything. So if they don't sell in the first week or the first 2 weeks, they just want to get rid of the items, like I want to get rid of my items. But they can have very good items, and they still just they don't bother taking the stuff home with them. So why not put a discount like 50 or 75% on the stuff, so they get as much sold items as possible when they are renting the space before clearing the things off the shelves and taking it back home or throwing it away. I often, at the recycling center, I often find items that still have the price tags from these flea market stores, which is pretty funny, because the day before I could have paid 40 Danish krones or 100 Danish krones for the item, and now I can pick it up for free. So that's a win for me, picking these things up. So yeah, that's one place. Usually I haven't been on so many ordinary flea markets. I would love to go to many more of them, because it's also a lot of fun, and you can talk with the seller about lowering the price, and you can maybe get some really good items for a really low price. I have been to one car boot sales market where for example, I picked up some action figures and some bags, and the bags sold for, I don't know, around $30 or $40 in profit within a day, and the action figure also sold pretty quickly. So, and I got them for pretty cheap. So the coming weekend there is another flea market I would like to go to and check out to see if I can find anything cool. But it's only been like a handful of things, a dozen of things I picked up at ordinary flea markets. Most of my stuff I got from the flea market store or the thrift store. We have a few chains of thrift stores here in Denmark. It's mostly all of them actually are charity shops who get the items for free and sell them to people like me, and they use the money for charity. So it's like Red Cross or something like that. They have shops and they have pretty many shops. So just in my town, I don't live in a big town, but we got like, what is it, 3 or 4 charity shops, charity thrift stores, and within an hour drive of me, I can go to 50 shops or even more. So yeah, there's many of them, and they can have sometimes the store have 50% discount on the whole store, and that's a very good time to buy things, because usually in the thrift stores the items have been checked beforehand, so you can be sure that the item is in pretty good condition. So it's a good place to pick up like electronics, because they have tested it beforehand, so you know it works. When you go to I'm not buying many electronic devices from flea markets or flea market stores, because you don't have any chance to check if the thing is working. And at the stores, flea market stores, you have only 24 hours to bring the item back and get your money back if it doesn't work. And when I go 30-60 minutes away to a store, I don't plan on going back the next day to return electronics if it doesn't work. So if I can pick them up from a thrift store, it's much better. It's where I picked up a lot of my VHS VCR recording machines. They put a label on it, tested, working, and I can almost I still test it when I get home, but I can almost directly just take photos of it and put it online, and it will sell pretty quickly. Yeah, I think between the thrift stores and the flea market shops, I got 80% of my items from that place, of these places. The last place where I get items to sell is at the recycling centers. There is a handful of these places within 30 to 60 minutes driving from my home, where people just donate items or put items up there. They if it's items that's working, but they don't want to put the time in to sell it themselves, or they just want to get rid of it, they don't throw it out. They just put it at these centers, and it gets sorted. And if it's not in terrible condition, they got put in a big tent, or a big room where you can just walk in and pick the items up for free. I'm making a video right now where I'm showing how much I can make from visiting 2 of these places using a few minutes each place. So in total, five minutes sorting things and getting it for free. And I will show you how much money I can make from just doing that. It's not hundreds or thousands of dollars. Maybe it is when I find the right items, but if I can make 20, 30, 40 bucks picking up items for free using a few minutes in my lunch break or so, I will take it. Especially now when I'm just building up my store. So you can also find a lot of crap at these places, because people are just putting in broken chairs and clothing with holes in it or something. But you can also find like a lot of books. I got plenty of books these places where they are in totally fine condition, and I pick them up for free, and I list them for $3 to $4 plus shipping. It's not a lot per book, but if I get to a place where I can sell like 1, 2, 3, 5 or 10 books a day, it would be free money just directly in my pocket. So yeah, it's and I love to sell books. I got plenty of books myself, and I think about maybe to make a small e-commerce store selling used books, and maybe I will make that someday. So these are the places where I get most of my stuff, if not all my stuff right now. Hopefully one day I can begin to buy things like wholesale, or get deals with special vendors. But for now, I'm just starting out. I started with around $1,000, $1,500 in my account, which I invested in items. And in these months I have made, in August, I I sold stuff for around $1,000, and in September I have just crossed $1,300, and we still have like 12 days to go to of September. So yeah, it's going good, and right now I'm investing, investing. I'm investing a lot of money, not a lot of money, but I'm investing some of the money, like in packaging boxes and bubble wrap and such. But it's a pretty big chunk you have to put out to get, but it's worth it. Like just 2 days ago, I paid around 150 or $200 for 100 cardboard boxes, and I really wanted them because they will fit my tennis and badminton rackets. I have had a lot of trouble finding boxes to fit those in. I work at a warehouse where I can pick boxes for free and take them home with me, but these boxes have to be around 180 to 100 centimeters long, and we have those in the warehouse, but it's just looking at taking out plenty of very very big boxes and put them in my very small car. So if I can, and it's easier for me to, if I have the boxes at home, to just take one, put the racket in, send it. So yeah, that's a small investment for me to buy 100 of these cardboard boxes, but it's like paying $1.50 a piece, and if I buy the racket for $3, I use $1 on the box, so I'm like $4 or $5 invested in the racket, but I can maybe sell it for $25, and it's a good investment, I would say. And I have had a lot of success selling these rackets pretty fast already. So yeah, I believe that it will be a good investment to get these boxes, and then I can ship it pretty quickly, because now when I have to take the boxes home from me, I only work Monday, Wednesday, and Friday at the warehouse. And if a person buys the racket, like Monday afternoon, I have to wait to Wednesday to get to work to pick to get a box home with me. And now if they buy a racket Monday afternoon, and when I get the boxes, hopefully I will get them later today or tomorrow. I can just pack it and ship it this very same day. So it will be hopefully a big win for me, and for the customer as well. They will get their items faster. So yeah. But yeah, that's mainly the places I've been to get over 500 listings, and I've done this in August and in September 2025. For like a month and a half, I've been doing this, and I hopefully will get to 1,000 listings before, let's say, November, December. It would be nice. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video, and I can't wait to see you again in the next one. Bye.